But now, onwards and upwards, we're going to talk to Matt Tuck from Bullet for My Valentine about album number 3. Oh, a couple of bits of exclusives for you, juicy.
The MetalHammer really exclusive interview.
Matt? Gil is on the line.
Okay, cool.
Matthew, how you doing?
Good, man. Been bad up, but doing alright.
Yeah, what's up?
Just woke up. I'm in LA. I'm just hungover as a fucking dog.
Mate, okay, I'll try to speak quietly and make the questions easy. I hear you guys have started writing. Now, when bands sort of say, we've started writing the album, does that, for you guys, does that mean literally like, right, we haven't written anything, we're going to go and write some stuff, and then we're going to go and record it? Because I know you guys have those little boxes that you and Padge work on riffs on in the back, the loopy things. So, do you have stuff, sort of bits of pieces written?
Yeah, that's kind of the main thing at the moment. There's lots of bits and pieces. But I've been here for 2 weeks now in LA, just kind of hanging out, and just came here to peace and quiet, really, and do some proper writing. So we've got about 4 or 5 tracks kind of written at the moment, and lots of bits and pieces still to put together. So
okay, I think it's funny that a guy from Wales has gone to LA for some peace and quiet.
Yeah, it sounds a bit weird, but it's a lot easier for us.
Okay, so how's it shaping up? What you've got so far?
I mean, great. It's like, the stuff musically so far. I'm trying to not get in the trap that I have the last 2 albums by like writing 14 tracks instrumentally and then being stuck having to write 14 like vocal tracks and melodies. So I'm trying to write as I go along this time.
Oh, what was writing vocal melodies as you write the guitar parts and stuff?
Yeah, just trying to do it all in at the same time, rather than just losing my mind on guitar and getting right into it, and then being stuck with, like I said, like 14 vocal tracks or something to write. That's just torture, So I'm trying to do it a bit different this time.
Is it affecting the vocal lines that you're writing, sort of melodically? Is it changing it at all?
Not that I'm aware of. It's just kind of, it feels pretty good. It's a nice way to do it. I don't know why I haven't done it before. I get so caught up with just playing the guitar and just writing stuff. Musically that I put the vocals on the back burner until I demo them, but it's got to change this time. It's just way too much hard work to do it like that anymore.
So what kind of...
I don't think it's changing anything. I think it's making it better, if anything, cause I don't know, they're both complementing each other instantly rather than me living with a track and trying to come up with something.
Yeah, so it's less like words sitting on top of an instrumental track, it's more like the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Exists as a sort of an integrated nugget. So any kind of, lyrical themes, what kind of stuff are you working on, kicking around?
I mean, there's a couple of things, I don't know whether I should say at the moment, but just kind of classic Bullet themes, just stuff that's been going on in my life recently, everything from love to death and suicide and just regular kind of stuff.
That's it, suicide, regular stuff, yeah. I mean, is that something then that's been, I know, like in South Wales, all that's been going on. Is that sort of the suicide themes? Is that from there?
It's not direct. No. If I'm honest, no, it's not.
All right.
I don't. That's not something that I think I have a right in singing about when it hasn't affected me directly. Not me, just because of where I'm from. People try and drag you into it and ask you your opinion on it and stuff. And in reality, the only opinion that anyone should have is that it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's my place to be kind of thinking about these people,
Fair enough. Okay. I mean, and also you say it's personal stuff that's happened to you in the last 18 months, but that it's sort of classic Bullet stuff. You're a different person than you were 18 months ago. What else is in there? What else is in the mix? What are these things that have sort of happened to you that you want to tell us about?
Just me experiencing, just me having things that I can't have. And it's weird, being in the band I'm in the position I've been in for years. I'm not used to being told no by certain people and for certain things, and recently I have, and that's kind of fucked my head up a little bit. So there's a song about that, wanting something you can't have and how you obsess over it, and it just fucks with your head. And it's really cool. It's a really beautiful song.
Has that happened though? That kind of being the kind of band that can sell out Ali Pally, and having those fucking huge bikes the bike that you've got, but also having to remain grounded and.
It's not super hard. It's just because me and the boys are just 4 valley boys, really. So it's not really hard to keep us grounded. That's just where we've been brought up in our families. That's where we're from and whatever. But like I said, this isn't more of a that song in particular isn't a material thing that I wanted. It was someone's attention.
Okay.
yeah, and being in the band, you know, there's no shortage of girls just kind of offering themselves and whatever. But, you know, and that's not really me. I'm not into that. But recently, this one chick, she's just been driving me nuts, you know. So it's like you can have the pick of the bunch, but you don't want that. You always want what you can't have. Stupid.
Well, good luck anyway with whoever she may be, dude. Also, I remember last time when I caught up with you guys fucking ages ago on that cycle, you said you'd written loads of stuff and that it would be coming out soon, and then you wrote the song Scream Aim Fire, and we're like, right, hang on, we're going to scrap everything else. We're going to start this completely again. What have you kind of learned from that process?
I don't think we learned anything from it. That's kind of just what we wanted to do at the time, you know. That just kind of felt like the right thing to do at the time, you know. And we're very much a vibey band. We have good and bad feelings, you know. We listen to them, so. And that was just kind of the vibe that we had at the time. But we had a reissue come out recently, Scream Aim Fire reissue with some new tracks on. I don't know if you've heard it, but
I haven't heard it, man. No.
You might recognise some of the musical bits from these tracks.
Oh.
These 4 extra tracks. They were the ones that you were kind of going nuts about in Canada that time.
Yeah.
But finally got recorded and saw the light of day properly, you know, so.
And I was going to say, were they sort of recorded at that time, or have you subsequently gone into the studio and recorded them?